Welcome back to part number 17 of my Bosporan Kingdom playthrough for Imperator Rome. We are looking to invade Parthia as Bactria has the same idea. They haven't gone too terribly far. I hired a large merc at the stack here at the end of last episode. I repurposed these mercs that were fighting with the Egyptians and Persians, and moved this merc stack up to this area. This one here, we are, the main army here is regrouped in the western delta. I'm going to ship them up here, and then they'll get on our extensive road system and march towards Parthia at a forced march. This unit here, we need to get him moving as well. Unfortunately, it looks as though she's a bit low on morale, so we can't force march. Our war goal is where exactly again? Sarmatia Hyrcania. It's here. So I don't see any occupation there. I sort of want to let him summon some levies or call up some levies. Let's just do it. Also don't want to let my AE burn down too much because we'll end up getting quite a bit when we do peace out. So these guys, they should do some very serious damage here, and there shouldn't be any trouble at all really, other than just sort of occupying before the Bactrians do. Along those lines, I'm going to call up a few levies here and see if we can get the ball rolling along faster than not. Let's see, there's a fort there. That whole levy idea didn't really work out all that well. Apparently this guy did not come to play. I don't know what exactly he's doing over here, but he has proper legions over on this side of the sea here. Well, at least this levy got some work done here. The good news is he's Tech 3. These armies have arrived. I'm going to force march them into the combat zone. And then swing the fleet over to extract them from here. This guy attacked into this fort siege here. It's the terrain is the plains, and this guy is done. Yeah, see, actually is doing quite a bit of damage, but he's still done. Boom, that siege just fell here. Let's see. We can go right here. There's another army coming out of the steppe or day here. Proper legion. It looks like he's headed there. I'm going to force march up there and meet him. Our merc has occupied the provincial capital here. We caught an army out, stack wiped him here. I think we'll stack wipe his friend hopefully as well. We'll sandwich this army here between these two legions. Looks as though he has peaced with Bactria, thank goodness, so they won't get in the way. Looks like Bactria has taken some of his territory, leaving hopefully much of the rest of it for us. There's a lot of Parthians, not a lot, but I mean relative to Parthia, they're holed up here, but they are again outnumbered and out-teched. We're advancing at a feverish pace up towards the day here. Have some units headed down this way. Stack wiped. I'll take the money. The fleet has arrived. We met with a pirate and got a trireme here. This guy's force marching to that capital. I'm waiting for them to come out of here. We can take some stability and lose some tyranny. I'll take it. Force march for his capital here. Where are you going? Are you going to that siege there? Let's roll up here. Siege here just fell. This poor shattered army. I think it's over for him. We'll take the PI, why not? It's over for him. I think there's another on the way as well. we're meeting minimal resistance behind the lines, or right here and there. Another stack wipe right there. I think this guy's on the prowl here. We gotta go and get him as well. Another stack wipe somewhere. Headed for his capital. It's right here. Another stack wipe here. Another. In the interest of expediency, I'm going to close this war out. I'd like to get up here and take that and maybe try to connect the two paths, but in the end, I don't think it really matters. I think I'd actually rather be adjacent to Bactria here. I'm going to see if I can arrange an equitable peace arrangement. There it is, 100 war score, all in former Persian areas, at least mostly Parthia as well. All for 6 war score, or I mean a 6 aggressive expansion. Boom. It looks as though Makkah has attacked into the Egyptian revolt and/or Egypt and annexed some territory here. If I'd have only been more attentive, I could have filed a claim. And we could have pivoted down here and annexed that for essentially no aggressive expansion either. Just so long as our stability remains above 20 before we declare the war, excuse me. But that is not actionable. I think we can get a claim here against Bactria as well. And the question is, what now to do? We have arrived back in the Syria area. This guy was pretty far deep into Parthia here. Took him a while to get back. I think I'm going to march this guy over to the Miletos area. And the rest of us are going to sail, I think, at least over to reconnoiter the Carthage capital. I think we have a claim here. And in Zugintana, it is presently, it's here, right next to Carthago. Zugintana. So he has various allies which are not name brand, really. I think they're probably, looks like one is here. And then there's another, what appears to be a tribe or whatnot right here. It is a tribe, yeah. So his small city-state, his other city-state vassal or client state, and then this tribal vassal or some such over there. Judging by what we did to Rome, I'm pretty confident we can win. Carthage is very feisty, especially the first time or second time around even. Those war elephants can do some damage, but we have some infantry, and our horse archers are very fearsome. It seems horse archers and light infantry fare the best against war elephants. I'm going to do it. We're going to meet up with this fleet. It's a bit slower. And see if we can take his North Africa province here, or region. Africa. And we'll roll out here, and I think we can, well, we are going to do it. We'll land, secure this area, and then hire the mercenaries that we find about the area. I'm pretty sure that sacking his capital will put us over the top for our second wonder. I'll be back. It looks like with our government traditions wonder and our +5 national policy that we have enacted, we are still having a fair uptick on all of our provincial loyalties, even at 25 there. So it shouldn't be as bad as all that if and when we get to 0 after this war. We presently enjoy quite a bit of money. I think after this war, we have a date with Rome. It is November 17 of 39, so that's about a year and a half out. We will have a stability less than 20, so there will be one way to declare that, and that will be using the militant Epicureanism, which means we're going to lose all of our boon that we get from our omen here from our former Basilius Spartacus. That's a 16.23% to our national tax, which is going to cost us a fair clip, really. Well, there it is. There's a pretty fat merc stack just waiting. There's the Carthage fleet there. It looks to be fairly formidable. We have a really good admiral and quite a few ships. I'm going to declare war on this guy immediately. We just landed here. We have a 14% already. Good for us. We've taken this port. Let's port the fleet there. Let's see how the second Taxus there has arrived. Probably should go and pick him up. Let's do that instead. Let's yeah, let's send the whole fleet, not part of the fleet. We'll have that go to Bargilia. Now, if we get caught out here, the whole army could... I don't know what would happen if we had no way to refresh or exit by sea. Suppose I'll find out. Let's go and secure some food here. And we'll go in with two armies, two full armies. I'm going to hire this guy before the Carthaginians do. And I am going to send him up here to renew. We've taken this Providence capital. I'm going to head down here to the other. The siege of Carthage just fell there. Let's head down here ASAP. Let's see, we can what can we do really though? We'll go out here. Move down here in force. I'm going to bounce here forward. We've arrived here. We sacked that. We're moving forward here. The mercenary is gaining morale. Looks as though he's hired this mercenary. I'll try to buy him off. Why not do it? Boom. Let's take him, send him up here. Looks like we ran into an unfortunate levy here of Thapsus. Stack wiped them. Couple of occupations here just dropped. Let's pick up this army, get him on board and into the fray. Looks like there's another merc here. I'll take him. Boom. Get this merc we bribed off and get him forward. We have a couple of Carthaginian army proper here. But we have a lot of forces about, really. This is the most fearsome battle that we've fought for some time. Looks about even. Couple of occupations just fell. We have a proper army here. Let's see what happens here. We got him. Let's move it forward here. Where are you going? You should go here. Go there. There. And here. Something like that. He's hired another merc. We're gonna get him. Whatever happened here, it was ugly for Carthage. Well, that happened fast. I forgot our pops were unfortunately being fed quite a bit by Carthage. I'm going to take a moment out of my warring and put this to bed once and for all. I'm tired of adjusting the trade routes. We have a lot of grain in our own territories. I just need to figure out where it can come from. The Chaldea comes to mind. The Chaldea comes to mind. Chaldea comes to mind. I'm gonna do that. Well, that was fun. I had all this grain. I knew I would need it. That's one of the reasons I came down here. So I got pushed into doing it and building quite a few farms and just consolidating the pops on this grain. And at the end of the month, I think this should resolve. It didn't go on for too terribly long. At least I don't think it did. As to what goes on here, it's not exactly the wholesale slaughter that it was really against the Romans, but it's pretty ugly. A stack wiped to 14,000. That was a merc stack, though. I'll take some stability. Why not do it? Well, that's interesting. I just wanted to check to see if I could annex anything, as Carthage war score was quite low. And apparently, there's nothing annexable. Somehow I've managed to file a claim, but it's outside control range. That's one of the things, you know, when this game was, you know, being polished or in the process of being polished. I'm sure it was a thing they were sort of meaning to get to, like, you know, a little slider or some sort of feedback to where you said the thing would tell you, like, hey, you know, you can file the claim, but, you know, it's outside your control range, or there's really no way to get at it, really, so far as I can tell. And it's like, ha, I gotcha, but no. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take over by Consule this territory here, and then we'll be able to carry on and annex more. If I knew how to mod, I would make a mod and, you know, make it available to everyone and make it clear from the start of the game, but you never really know what sort of thing is going to pop up while playing a game of Imperator Rome that, you know, sort of is, but really shouldn't be. Okay, so now we have this territory here, and I would imagine we can actually sue for peace and annex various things that's good for us, such as Zugatania. The claim that we filed is right here, so if we wanted to annex that territory that we have the claim on, we could, and he would be willing to part with it, which is good news. I don't know. Do we even need to continue this war? I don't know. It looks like he is so reasonably agreeable. 7 AE? This is not bad, really. I wonder if we could keep stability high enough to where our aggressive expansion would come down. You know, I think that's really not a bad settlement. It's 66 aggressive expansion, or 66 war score, so there's only 34 more to be had. For 7 aggressive expansion, and we peace out now, and we can start to burn down our peacetime aggressive expansion, which means that our stability may or may not tick down so hard, and if worse comes to worse, we can push it or nudge it with the divine sacrifice to make sure that it doesn't. How much will that cost? Presently 58. Yeah. Let's see, 0.19 at 12 months. There's really only 1.9, so it should stay above 20. So we could declare a war on Rome when the truce ends. 17 November 639. It sounds ultimately reasonable, really. Let's do it. We'll take the money. Again, you know, there should be, the game is not finished, obviously. Was a great improvement. It's one of the, I think it is the best Paradox game, you know, bugs and all. I'll take it, but this is one of the things that, like, really shouldn't be. You know, you file a claim and you have no determination. There's no way to know. The thing should just tell you. You know, you just filed a claim that's outside your control range. And then you could tell it, like, let me know when it's in control range, or let me know this or that, but it never got done, and the game has been abandoned, so I don't know of any mods. I haven't checked, but this is a simple mod. It's called the Console, and we solved it that way, and we're going to continue to have some fun here. I was thinking of building a wonder before I passed go here, and this area here strikes me as a wonderful place for it. Let's see, I was thinking of a build cost as well as conquering traditions for war score, and the general one, I believe. There it is. Could maybe do without the building one, although I'm not really sure. What comes to mind here? It's nothing there. It's not nothing, but it's not anything that I want per se. And yeah, so that works. We can build it for 13.5. She has a fair bonus. She's young. 2,300 days. 180 PI, let's build it. So let's check that there immediately. And get a date. Required goods. We have it. 645, so 6 years out. I mean, again, these guys are boarding the boat, headed back here. It's not that it's doing it. It's doing it that bothered me. We got on here. If I had known that we couldn't take the land, of course I wouldn't have gone here. But the whole cadence of the thing, I would have made another decision and gone and done something else. But as there's no way to determine, you know, that land was not annexable, my makeshift solution, I think, is equitable. So I think we're just going to mull about here or somewhere where it's very food positive. Wait for the truce to end with Rome and hope our stability stays afloat and we don't get any, you know, negative stability events to where we won't be able to declare and we'll be forced into either abandoning our offensive or taking this militant Epicureanism, which will destroy our omen and cost us a great deal in our national tax here, because we're getting 16.07%. I will see you when we're ready to attack Rome. Okay, so we are about 24 minutes into this episode. I have a couple of wheels in motion regarding mercs and logistics. I have consolidated my forces here, spent the last year or thereabouts just sort of mulling about, building stuff. These theaters in Greece here are long since completed. Some theaters went up over here in Carthago, or are going up. But we are going to invade the boot of Italy here, as well as I have other forces, mercs. I called up 4 mercs here headed toward this front, which probably won't be immediately actionable. I called up another army here, the Stratos of Sarmatia Europa. Is fairly formidable. It's a decent size, 12, not too large or small, can skirmish with the enemy. Speaking of that, I'll probably switch over to cavalry skirmish. These mercs here are going to head for our war goal. We only have one. I think it's the only claim we have. We have one in Latium as well. These guys are loaded up and ready to go. We're going to do exactly the same thing I did last time, only we're going to do it with our proper siege armies this time, as opposed to this merc stack who's going to head here to reinforce this front. with that having been said, I think it's a decent enough time to end the episode, and I hope to see you in the next one.